Some of the names in this 1946 grand final were Schofield, who we'll talk to in a moment, Hale, Lockridge and Coach Hutchinson, who features in this classic film giving his three-quarter time address to his Chargers. With seconds remaining, West Perth lead by a point. Then East Fremantle kicked a point and a goal to win the match. East Fremantle 11 goals 13 to West Perth 10 goals 13. Well, Ray Schofield, a great player, played 277 games for West Perth. In the 1958 season, he was captain coach. And I guess, Ray, the first question, of course, is how did that season go in 1958?
Well, I started off, they asked me to coach, and I think they asked the chappie from South Fremantle, Colgan, to do it, and he reneged in the last few minutes, and they asked me to do it, so I grabbed the opportunity. Because playing for the club, you know, for about 16 years. I'd started about 16 years before that, and so I jumped at the chance, and so we had a pretty good season. Started off, I was nervous as anything, you know, and I think I had about 58 boils that year. Yeah, I was playing with these boils, and Roy Ennis, the head trainer there, he used to do them up every Saturday, put plaster on them and all this sort of thing. And but we got through the season. We got into the four, and we got knocked off by Perth in the first semi. That year we won. I think we won our first 11 games, and then we had a bit of a decline, and we just managed to get into the four. And as I said, we got tipped out in the first semi-final. But it was a pretty good season, and had a lot of good players. Jackie Larkham and Neil Garland. There's quite a few of the boys there, you know, they all did their bit. Lizard Porter, he's on the committee now, and he was a great stalwart, you know, in the ruck and that. And we had a pretty good season, but as soon as the season finished, my boils went, and I was quite happy.
Yeah, I can understand it would have been a difficult time for you.
Yeah.
But going back a while, I should have asked this one first, I suppose, but the 1951 Premiership we won, and we've already spoken to that about that earlier with Pops Hale. But 1952, you were captain, and we were runner-up. We lost to South Fremantle, who I believe we've had bad luck with at times. We lost that grand final by 21 points. What memories? It must have been a great season anyway. What memories have you got of that season?
Yes, well, that season was a bit of a up and down thing, you know. We started off well, and we had quite a few good players. South had some good players too. They were really top team, you know, South in those days. They had Clive Lewington and quite a few others. I just can't remember their names at the moment. Crab and Stevie Marsh and all that crowd. You know, Bernie and Hale. Well, Bernie was my opposition, and we had some great tussles down the goals, and I think everybody, was glad when the games come around and to see Bernie and I ever go at each other. It was everything was fair, and but that season it wasn't a bad season. We got dumped out again by 21 points, and all the boys. They all enjoyed themselves, they weren't down disheartened or anything by losing to South, because they were really a top side,
Yeah, well, apart from the one game, it was still a great season.
Yes, very good, yes.
To get that far.
Yes.
But in the following 3 years, you won fairest and best for the club, and that, of course, must have also held some great memories for you in your personal playing.
Yes, it's because I was playing at full-back, and it's I suppose it's hard to win fairest and best at full-back. I don't think there's too many around today.
No, that's true.
That win fairest and best. I just seem to have the knack of reading the play and good judgment and that sort of thing, and try and keep the full forwards down, and because we had good players in the back line. It used to help me. It was Wally Price and Len Harmon and Ken Ashdown, all those players.